Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to video number 4 of my What Makes Ninjago So Good 10-year project. So we're on reason number 9. Yeah, 9. I just want to make sure. Wait, no. Yeah. 5 fingers this way, 4 fingers this way. Yeah. So today's reason is comedy. Yes. Ninjago can get pretty heavy at times, and before we get into this, I just find it very hilarious how number 10 was like super serious, and then number 9 is like the complete opposite of that. Where it talked about the serious moments in the show, whereas this one talks about the lighthearted moments that just make us laugh and because every show is going to have its comedy. Now, how we react to it is really up to us. We could laugh at it, or we could pretty much cringe at it, or we could just simply have no reaction at all because we are heartless bastards. But a lot of the Ninjago moments have been funny, where some have not. But there have definitely been a lot of instances where Ninjago has used humor in order to progress the story. A big example of this is the episode titled Can of Worms. That episode is probably the funniest episode in the entire series because of mostly because of 2 words: Pink Zane, the iconic Pink Zane, and Cole's interactions with him as light as a feather, Pinky, and only I call him Pinky, which I think is just straight up hilarious. And go Pink Ninja, go! And I especially love how in the beginning they just argued and yelled at each other. You know how long it took me to make that? 3 days. 3 days. It's an honest, sad law. You don't mess with someone else's robot. You had to get the top score, but no, you had to rub it in my face. I know that's not in right order. How am I supposed to strike fairness? It's pink! Yeah, but there have been other occasions, such as the ever famous "Hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal, sing me a kiss by wire." That one never gets old. I'm not even kidding. Which yes, it reappeared later in season 4, which I thought was hilarious. Um, Oh, and especially when Ninjago breaks the fourth wall, because most cartoons now they kind of don't want to even touch about the fourth wall. But back in the 2000s, there were a lot of cartoons that did that. Ed, and Eddie, Chowder. I think even Steven Universe did it at one point, even though that was 2010s. But Ninjago has done it a few times, where most notably in season 8, where Cole says we could look totally different and not even know it. And when he flips his hood, he looks completely different. And Jay says, but we don't. And he looks completely different as well. And especially with Lloyd, when they're falling in the sky in, I think it was the Dead Man Squall episode, he says, what is this, a cartoon? That's never going to work. And I'm pretty sure Nia said something similar in Hands of Time where Kai kicks the damn thing, kicks something, and Nia says, I thought that only worked in cartoons. And the most very famous example is from season 9 when Jay says, don't you see there are kids in this audience? This level of violence is too much for them to handle, let alone me. I'm just like, yeah. And then there was one in season 11 where Cole is telling the story of how Zane is, where Zane is, and how Zane is lost to some children, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "What age range would enjoy those stories?" And then Cole replies with 5 to 13. Absolutely, which is it basically implies how old we should be when we're watching this show. From 5 years old to 13 years old. Yet we don't really care because we grew up with this when we were in that age range. Um, and there have been plenty other funny moments, but there have been some not so good ones, like Dare's brown power thing. I think that whole idea of brown power is supposed to make us laugh, but all it did is make us cringe and be like, ugh. I think they wanted us to laugh at Dare because, haha, he's pissing his pants. But, like, that is so 5-year-old humor. Like, it would have totally worked in season 1. It would have totally worked in season 1 when we were kids. It would have totally worked. We would have thought that was hilarious. But now it's just straight up cringe when we're in our teenagers and it's trying to do piss humor, which, it doesn't really work. But I'm trying to think of some other examples. Oh yeah, especially with other gags like Baby Woo throwing the wrench into what was his name? Chopper Maroon's balls. He threw it into his balls and which taking a hit straight to the nuts is never pretty. Never. It's not one of those ooh ow bad hits. It's one of those I'm gonna need to sit down for 10 minutes because these next few minutes are just gonna be straight up agony. And there was even one I think in the pilots where Kai used both of his legs. I think it was on Cole's face, and I was just like, "Whoa, you try? What are you trying to imply there, Kai?" Because he had all up his crotch all up in his face and stuff like that. I'm just like, Jesus, no. How do you manage to get away with that is beyond me. Oh my god, but the deliverance of humor in the show has been mostly good. There have been a few times where it has been a miss, but most of the time, whenever it does work, it usually just creates an epic moment for the show, and it just makes us laugh and enjoy the series a lot more. So, what do you guys think? What are your funniest moments of Ninjago? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys. What do you guys think is the number 8 reason of why I think Ninjago is so good? Let me know in the comments that also. But anyway, I hope you guys loved this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. And click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see you folks in the next video where we'll have reason number 8. 5 on the left, 3 on the right. See you guys next time. See ya.